Hello, hi Lorenz.
Hey.
Nice to see you. I think the other one. That
Later
one
on?
is for the middle one. Yeah. Let's do this. I mean, have you ever had an interview where you take a ride?
No, but
Well-
I'm always jealous when people have interviews in cars. I always say, why is it never happening to me? So I'm very happy that I'm in your great vehicles.
Yeah, exactly. The Polestar is comfortable. Eh? I hope
Very
you're comfortable
comfortable.
as well. Yes.
Can't complain.
I think what we're going to be talking tonight is, of course, we're right before the start of Supernova 2025, where we'll see Oprah Winfrey together with Nafitiam presenting all of very cool insights. Now, before we do that, we want to talk with you about shooting for the moon and your personal moonshot. And I think one of the first questions that we all ask people is, what is the wildest goal that you've set for yourself, be it your professional or personal moonshot?
I think it must be when so I created a social networking site, Netlog, in the past, and at some point things got more difficult, and we had to reinvent ourselves. And then we said, well, let's just we have all these users, we have all this technology, we have this great team. Why don't we build the world's biggest dating site? And actually, we did. We actually became the number one, and well, we were acquired quite soon after. The team is still all working at Tinder, which is the company that acquired us. But I think that was for me, it was like after a big setback where things didn't go exactly as you wanted or planned or as people were expecting, to then pivot the whole business into something completely different, and actually tracking every day. We tracked how far are we from this goal of becoming the biggest one. Every day we sent an update to the team. Hey guys, this is where we are right now. In the beginning we were number 5,000, and then we ended up number one. It was really well. For us it was a moonshot, and I think it was great to do this from Ghent, Belgium.
Oh wow, okay, great. You're from Ghent originally?
I'm from the great city of Aalst, which is near.
That is indeed close.
But I live in Ghent.
No, because earlier tonight we were talking with Jurgen about the great stuff Belgians can bring to the table, and he was really a big fan of Belgium's finest, like that we have to be a bit stronger, or a bit bolder, and a bit prouder as well that we are Belgians and that we have great things that we bring to the world. Do you agree? Do you concur? Is there anything you would like to add?
Well, I think every founder has to decide for himself what kind of company he or she wants to run. I don't think the pressure should come from outside. It's it's something that you want to feel. It's a very personal experience, a very personal journey, often driven by what happened in your past, by the way. And if then people start like predicting your future and pushing it too much, I don't like that too much. Having said that, we should enable people who want go for the biggest dreams. We should support them with money, with funds, with people, with talent. With advice. Actually, I think we're doing a really great job in Belgium here with events like Supernova, or with Winter Circus in Ghent, for example, with many things, many initiatives, with Pitch Drive as a fund and many other funds. So I think that a lot is happening to support that.
Yeah. Lovely. I mean, in terms of course, bringing it back to your business, I understood that you have two companies. Maybe for people who don't really know, tell us a bit about your companies, and also maybe then talk about what the biggest goal was that you set for those particular companies.
Actually, it's more than two.
Really?
The thing is, so we created a startup studio, and if you create a startup studio, it's called StarApps in Ghent. If you create a startup studio, the goal, of course, is to build multiple companies. I would say parallel, but it's actually basically one after the other typically. We work on many ideas, but we launch them one by one. So StarApps is a startup studio, a venture builder. It's a new concept, and when we started, it was like the end of COVID. We had this moonshot, you could call it, or a bold idea to say, let's build 10 companies, 10 great companies from Ghent. All with some similarities, but actually quite broad with top founders, and that's what we're doing. And we're now just launched number 6, and we have, I'm quite certain that this year we will end up with 10 ventures created by StarApps. So
wow.
quite happy that when you started, you put a lot of pressure on yourself. Of course, they all need to be successes, so still a lot of work to do there. But it's the future is looking bright.
Wow, fantastic. Cool. Yeah, very cool stuff.
Thanks.
I think in terms of course, looking forward and maybe thinking a bit more aspirationally about the future, all of the things that you've taken into account in order to reach such a successful state as an entrepreneur, I think you must have received great advice along the way.
Mhm.
But what is the best advice that you've ever gotten? And maybe also, what's the worst you might have actually followed?
Well, it's gonna be quite. I'm a big fan of staying in Europe, staying in Belgium. At some point, we wanted to go to the US, but it wasn't possible for personal reasons.
Mm-hmm.
And then someone told me, "Hey, why wouldn't you consider moving to London? Or at least half time. It's very commutable for us. For me, it's a train ride away, so I could just stay there for a couple of days and then head back to Ghent." And that has been so inspirational for me. It's such an eye opener, meeting completely different type of founders, investors. It was really crazy. I think it was for me a very inspirational journey where I really had the time to focus on building. This was the time when we started True, the dating platform.
Mm-hmm.
So I would definitely do that again. And to be honest, I don't remember who gave me the advice, but I think it was one of our investors from Index Ventures who said like, "Hey, why don't you just move over?" It was a good advice.
Uh-huh.
They also give bad advice, of course, but that definitely was a good one.
Okay, yeah. I think yeah, having good advice is of course it's super important in order to reach success. I would assume we've had now so many speakers tonight on this seat that talked about the added value of establishing a great team that is all working together towards a goal. Is that also something that you've experienced, and how important that is in order to enable you the growth of your ventures?
Well, what we see, especially now, is within startups, for example, it's all relatively small teams,
Mm-hmm.
but they're achieving such great things because not only they're supported by the startups network and the pitch drive network, etc., and so on, but also because they're open to take advice from people who've been in the same in their shoes, and especially because a lot of these advisors are open to share it. And to be very honest, it's quite recent that it's like no one is asking, "Oh, I only will help you if you give me this and that," or "I need I need advisory shares," and things like that. It's many times it's just pay it forward. Community is opening up in an extreme way in Belgium. I don't know where it came from, but it's really great to see that
Yeah.
we help each other now, and I don't think it was the case a long time. Well, not so long ago.
That's a lovely learning. I mean, if it's okay with you, I would like to spice things up a little bit. So we would like to do a rapid fire round where you just answer quickly between two options within a question, and without thinking, just go for it.
Okay, well,
Sounds good?
I'm free to say nothing, right?
Yes, you are,
I'm
for
free
sure.
to pass.
Yes, there's something
Okay,
as
go ahead.
freedom of speech. Let's go. Following your heart or head?
It was a question.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
Follow the heart.
Follow the heart. Dream big or start small?
Start small.
Take the risk or play it safe?
Take the risk.
Mentoring or being mentored?
Mentoring.
Okay. Win once big or stay consistently good?
Repeat that question.
Win once big or stay consistently good?
It's a tough one. Also, it's all tough ones because I'm like the example of like well, having been in different situations already. Difficult one.
Best of both worlds is fine.
Sure, just be happy. I would say. To be very fair, just make sure it's a fun ride and that you enjoy the ride and that you're happy, and whatever it is, whether it's consistently good or win one big win, as long as you're happy, that's the most important thing.
Yeah, and have fun along the way, I would assume.
And have a lot of fun along the way, and make other people happy is probably more important even, and make sure that they have fun also. I think that's why we do it.
Great. Maybe two last ones. So $1 million or a mentor that has all the answers?
Was it 1 billion or 1 million?
That's such a new question. Oh my god. Let's do 1 million. That might make things more interesting.
If it's a billion, I would go for the billion. Otherwise, let's go for the mentoring.
Good. Fantastic. And then work solo or build a team?
I think it's definitely you need co-founders for
Mhm.
sure. In most cases, I definitely would say build a team, but be very cautious with your team. Build like a dream team, a small, very smart, ambitious dream team of 10, 15, 20 people. And you don't need more than that to actually, especially in these days, especially in software, to go for the moonshot.
Fantastic. Lorenz, thanks a lot.
My pleasure.
We are arriving at the
Oh, it's
venue.
already finished. I loved it.
Is there anything else you still want to say to our viewers at home? Is there anything you would still like to share in the context of a personal moonshot?
But indeed, moonshots can also be very personal. It doesn't always have to be business, of course. But not really.
Okay.
Yeah, it's because this one, I think you asked the question. It could also be a personal moonshot or something like that. But I was thinking, personal moonshots. I don't think I know so many. It's actually for me is a lot is to do with business always. So it's something that I also have to think about.
No, all good. Then thanks.
Maybe moving to London was also quite personal. So that definitely may be part of it.
Fantastic. Lorenz, thanks a lot.
My pleasure.
And have a lot of fun at Supernova 2025.
You too. Thanks
Thanks a lot.
Take care.
Take care.